Lance is sending his brother Jeremy.
You know, this is getting confusing.
It's a lot less dangerous for Carla.
Wait a minute. Lance is using Jeremy to set up a meeting with the princess. That doesn't make any sense, man. Why is he doing that?
Because he smelled something fishy. He's throwing his brother
That's
in for
just
bait.
like Lance. Remember my old man got killed? And Ronnie Washington got shot at Saddleback? Well, Lance should have been right in the middle of all that then. And he got away scot-free.
Well, looks like my little charade is over. So much for my opening night jitters.
You know, the more I know about this cat, the more I'm glad he didn't show.
Well, I'm not. I am getting sick and tired of this man getting the upper hand all of the time.
Gene, just hold on.
Well, why is Jeremy letting Lance do this anyway?
I said he's bait. Lance has threatened to hurt Miriam if Jeremy doesn't comply, not to mention his own personal safety. Now, the ball has changed hands, but we're still not without options.
Oh, hello, Preston. That's one thing I'm not going to miss about this place, the lack of good help. Mrs. Lucas, the woman wouldn't last 5 minutes in Lake Forest. She's never here when you need her. She's always here when you don't need her.
Mrs. Lucas didn't answer the door because I told her I would. I've been waiting to talk with you. Would you read this?
Dad, phone. Don't come looking for me. Court me.
Well?
Oh, come on, Preston. Really, your daughter's theatrics are beginning to wear thin on me. I've just got back from the airport making arrangements for us.
You can call it whatever you want, but Courtney wouldn't just disappear without good cause. Now, Vaughn, I have been very patient with both of you. Now, you tell me that you got drunk the first night of the marriage. All right, I believe that. And you say the hangover lasted all the next day. I can accept that. But there's more to it. There is something between you two that's festering below the surface, and I want to know what it is. Now, Vaughn, you're not going to leave the house until you tell me exactly what's wrong. Only time I've ever seen a man guzzle like that, he was either going into combat or just coming out. Neither situation fits you.
Now, what would you know about battles, you pompous old has-been?
Well, I'd rather be a has-been than a never was.
Oh.
Look, that's not the point of this conversation. What's wrong? Now, look. You may have drunk yourself into a stupor on your wedding night, but you're not going to do that now.
You're a violent man, Preston.
You know the half of it. Now, what has happened between you and my daughter?
I guess you're going to find out about it anyway. I had some tests taken. I found that I'm not capable of normal sexual relations with a woman. I'm sterile as well as impotent.
Look, young man, I don't think you realize how angry I am. I am in no mood to be gentle. And this situation is too serious to play games with, impudent and sterile. I've never heard such garbage in my life.
I'm serious, Preston. Your daughter's been had. You've been had, and so have I. You want medical verification? I can arrange for that, too.
Oh, come on. What about all those girls in Lake Forest? You, the big ladies' man.
Skillfully manufactured by myself. There's not an ounce of truth to those rumors, Preston. They're all lies.
You're not joking. You're impotent and sterile. Yet you married my daughter and led her to believe that you'd give her a child?
I tried to delay that wedding, Preston. It was not my idea to rush into it like this.
But no wonder. No, what, you would have been delighted to string the engagement out for years, wouldn't you?
Just like you wanted, Preston. But no, your darling daughter had to rush into it and press for a consummation of something I'm not capable of right now.
You knew this all along.
I didn't know for sure.
You're a liar.
I didn't know for sure, Preston.
Well, when did you know for sure? A month before the wedding? A year? 2? 5? The day that you stood here in this room in front of that judge, you knew Courtney would find out that night. It would no longer be your secret.
Preston, you pushed her into this as much as I did. You're as much to blame for this as I.
Don't you try and hang this on me. I ought to beat you to within an inch of your life.
Go ahead, Preston. Hit me. Join the gang. Courtney, Davidson, come on, Preston. Hit me. Show me.
Shut up!
Really looks beautiful. You've really done a nice job here.
Thank you. Well, Amber left most of her things, and I bought those. But we've added some of our own touches, the pictures of Mother and that kind of thing. Well, anyway,
Yeah.
I'm glad you came back by. Ione had you come over, and
Oh, thanks. Okay, great. Yeah.
want some more coffee?
Yes, please. Yeah, that's great. Good coffee.
So, isn't 7:30 just a little bit late for a doctor's appointment, though?
I know, that's what I said, but Terry says this Dr. Trevino is so busy that this is the only time he could squeeze me in. Specialist, you know.
Well, I think it's just great that you're going to see this plastic surgeon.
Well, I'm only going because Terry insisted. I mean, personally, I don't think that there's a thing I can do about this scar. You know, it's there for life.
Nancy, come on, don't be so negative.
I'm not being negative, Miriam. I'm just being realistic. I mean, Dan's whole case was built on the fact that I have this scar for my life.
But Dan Myers is not a plastic surgeon.
Yeah, that's for sure. Funny how some people can just dominate your emotions, isn't it?
You know, I was reading that our self-worth is often based and informed, I guess, by what other people tell us about ourselves.
Depressing, isn't it?
Well, sometimes I just wonder how we'd all turn out if we just would never believe anything that we heard when we were growing up, anything that was ever negative.
You know, it's funny you should say that because this woman down at Social Services was just saying the same thing to me today.
Yeah, well, she'd probably agree that we'd just be entirely different people.
Well, I went down there because I was, you know, I've been on this job search, and I figure I might as well check them out, too. So I went down and I got talking with this caseworker, and she started telling me about these self-help groups. And she gave me some names and addresses of some.
Self-help groups?
Yeah, you know, where you build up your self-esteem and things like that. Listen to
Yeah.
this one. Here it is. DOMI International is holding a seminar this weekend with Professor Vanessa Fazan lecturing on the core of depression in a brief introductory lesson.
The core of depression? Are you really all that depressed, though?
Miriam, you saw the way I was at Ione's. I mean, I've had to get over Dan and not having a job and nowhere to go. I mean, I was really in a tailspin.
But, Nancy, look at yourself now. You should feel good about the fact that you are going out, you're looking for work, and all of that's a very good sign that you're pulling out of it.
Yeah, well, I think I'm going to go anyway. You want to come with me?
I don't know, Nancy. I guess when I hear of self-help groups advertised in the newspaper, I tend to be a little skeptical.
Yeah, well, so do I. But, you know, this woman just really raved about this Professor Fazan. She said she's just had incredible results with building up people's self-esteem and things.
Yeah. Well, now, I know you didn't ask, but I've come to find that my self-esteem is really based on who I am in God's sight. And it's through His love, well, instead of just my own self-help. That's all.
Well, that's exactly why I didn't mention it to Ione, because I knew that she'd probably give me that answer.
Well, it's just that we care for you. We really do, and we know what God can do for your self-worth.
Why is it that the moment that I admit that there's some hope with me, that I'm not a complete washout, people start setting me up to be evangelized?
Nancy, I'm not setting you up. I'm not. It's just that I don't want to see you be set up by some other people you don't even know.
I hate to disagree with you, John, but we don't have any other options. Lance has outsmarted us again.
For the time being, maybe.
Now, what have you got in mind?
Suppose that we let Jeremy come in here, take the jewels, and leave.
Yeah?
Lance then thinks that he has successfully completed his double cross. What he doesn't know is that our plainclothes guys are going to follow Jeremy. So when Lance steps out into the open to get the jewels from Jeremy, boom, we move in and arrest him.
Wasn't that a little bit dangerous for Jeremy?
Look, this whole thing is dangerous, but it's a viable option. We just have to let Jeremy know we're going to be following him.
Oh, well, it seems to me that's the only other option we have.
I don't know about that.
Well, what other hope do we have, Gene?
If Lance forced Jeremy into this double cross, then there is no way that he's going to sit back and let the police move in when he's ready to snatch the prize.
Look,
the guy's too smart for
I
that.
still have an ace up my sleeve, all right?
You'd fool me, Carla.
Oh, goodness. Thanks, but it doesn't look like any of us is going to be able to fool Lance.
What's the matter? I was so anxious about all of you, I couldn't concentrate on my work.
Mm-hmm.
Dave agreed to meet me here, but don't worry, we're going to stay out of the way.
Oh, that's a good thing. We're all going to stay out of the way.
Say, since we don't have to worry about any shootout, maybe we can all have a quiet dinner.
There's no time to joke, Leon.
Well, what happened?
While we were all waiting around here to put our little plan into action, Sergeant Brubaker gets a call from Jeremy stating that he's going to be walking through that door instead of Lance.
If Jeremy doesn't go along with Lance's plan, Lance is threatened to hurt Miriam.
Is she all right?
For now,
What
she
it boils
is.
down to is that we're all going to have to keep cool. Hope we come up with some other way to get Lance.
Yeah, whatever action we take, nothing's going to happen until Jeremy leaves.
Well, at least Carla will be safe. I was really worried about you.
Maybe once we get all of this out of the way, Gene and I can join you and Dave for dessert.
Say, why don't you? I mean, after Jeremy shows up.
Okay.
Of course, I would really like this plan to work and get the Bible back.
I feel the same way.
Right now, I think I'm going to take my table over there.
Good. Okay, we'll see you later, Jerry.
Listen, John, don't you think maybe you and I better go too, just in case there's any more last-minute changes?
Rush, you'd make a great cop. Yeah. Gene, you better disappear, too. Waiter, you want to clear this?
Carla, listen, baby. Everything is going to be okay. Now, I want you to do everything that Jeremy tells you, all right?
I will.
You take care. Take care of her later.
Why do you want to stop here for? We're almost there. They're waiting for us.
Which one of us?
Which one? I don't know what you mean.
You know what bothered me about growing up? It was Mother. Everybody else really too. Because I always thought you were the one with brains, and I was the idiot. But you know, I spend this time with you, I realize you're really stupid, aren't you?
I was just following your orders.
Oh yeah? I told you to double-cross me?
I didn't double-cross you. I didn't know you were going to show up at the museum.
I overheard you talking to Brubaker. You gotta be really stupid to think that I'd leave you alone to make a call like that. Now get out of the car.
Now, wait a second.
I said get out of the car. Oof!
Now turn around. Now let me have your glasses. And your wallet. In case any turkeys want to get my ID, I can show them. And your coat? That's right. Now give me your boots. My boots? Give me your boots. When I walk in that door, I don't get my head blown off. Listen, Lance, I think you should talk about this. Oh.
Still no answer?
Nope. I just wonder where he is, because he really should be back by now.
Who?
What?
Who is it you're calling?
Just my neighbor.
Oh, is that all?
Nancy is kind of a friend, too, I guess.
Well, I wish I had a friend to worry about.
No, but that's all he is, just a friend.
Great.
You know, still, he said that he was coming straight back here after he left his office, and there hasn't been any answer at his office for some time.
Listen, I really better be moving, or Dr. Trevino's gonna wonder what happened to me.
Hey, why don't I just drop you off?
Oh, no, don't worry about it. I'll take a cab.
No, it'd be just great if I could do that, because Sergeant Brubaker should be at the King's Arms restaurant, and I can tell him about Jeremy not showing up.
Jeremy, is that the one that you've been trying to get through to?
Yeah, my neighbor.
Is that Lance's twin brother? Mm-hmm. Oh, no wonder you're concerned.
Come on, Nancy, let's go.
I'm not gonna hit you. I touch you, I kill you. I make your nose bleed, I give you a few bruises. 5 minutes, the nose stops bleeding. A few days, the bruises go away. Meanwhile, the pain makes you feel good. You lose some of the guilt. No. I want you to sweat. What an albatross I have placed around my daughter's neck. Why couldn't I let her make up her own mind? Why did I have to push her into a marriage with you?
Because I was your only hope.
Yes. Business troubles, illness, and your father comes along, he wants to buy in. You look like a ray of hope.
Preston, I can still be your hope if you stop wallowing in your self-pity.
But what you see is not self-pity. It's a combination of hate and regret. Hate for what you've done to my daughter, and regret that I ever pushed her into this marriage.
Preston, you know, you've never dealt well under pressure. That's why you lost your shipping business. You just need support, Preston. You're not very much different than I am.
Oh, no. There's a big difference between us. I fathered a child. All your father's money and all the position won't help you out of this one. Does he know about your little problem? And all the people back in Lake Forest, do they know? Now, come on, talk to me about crisis and self-pity. Or would you rather make one of your usual threats?
You know, now you sound like the one who needs the drink, Preston.
No. I need a clear head to try and figure out what to do with this mess. Phyllis's intuition told her that Courtney didn't love you, that this marriage would be a terrible mistake. But she had no idea how right she was or what a lovely surprise you had for us.
I've heard enough of this.
So where are you going?
I'm going upstairs, and I'm going to call around to try to find Courtney. Someone has to know where she is.
Look, I wouldn't do that if I were you. Do you read the note? No wonder she doesn't want to see you.
You know, you may find this hard to understand, Preston, but I do love your daughter. I'm sorry I had to deceive her, but I do love her.
Yeah. She found that out on the honeymoon, didn't she?
What do you think? He's trying to let us know that it's really him, Jeremy?
Yeah. Good evening, sir. May I help you?
Yeah, get out of here.
I beg your pardon?
Oh, yeah, excuse me, I'm sorry. I appreciate your concern, but thank you, I don't need any help. Thank you. I believe you have something for me?
Yeah, she sure does, but...
We've been waiting for you.
It's all right, Jeremy, you're among friends.
Lance tell you where the Bible is? No, he's not dumb. I mean, no, he didn't. I didn't hear anything from him. I wish I had. Oh, he did give me this.
Let me see it.
Map. Does it look familiar?
Yeah, sort of. Jameson, come here, check this out for me, will you?
Who's that?
It's one of my men. We got everything covered. Oh. Listen, I know you've been through a lot tonight, but there's a favor I want to ask of you. You know where Lance is?
No, I was going to get to that. I was going to double cross him because I knew that, you know, since he double crossed me, try to get to him, but he's too smart, you know?
Well, then how are you going to connect with him then?
Well, what I want to do is get the jewels first. Little lady here. Why don't you give me those jewels now? I think that'd be a good idea.
Genuine ice, my friend. Don't lose any.
Oh, no, I won't lose any. But, that Lance strikes a pretty hard bargain, doesn't he?
Well, where are you going to meet him, Jeremy?
Oh, okay, here's the plan. I'm going to get in the car, take these in the car, and drive onto the interstate. Then we're going to hit the Lynn Haven North exit. And he said he was going to intercept me somewhere between there and Fairfield.
That's a pretty good stretch of highway. There's about 1,000 potential hiding places there. I guess if we follow you far enough behind, though, he won't notice.
You gonna follow me?
Yeah, that was a favor I was going to ask you.
Yeah, Lance doesn't know this is a setup yet, does he?
Well, no, he doesn't.
Somewhere along the line, he is going to have to get out of his car to switch these jewels. Now, when he tries to do that, we'll just move in and nail him. What do you say?